Yo, how's everybody doing, man? Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's your boy, Zeus Davis, coming at you with another video. It's gonna be like something different. I was gonna do like a sneaker shoe, like a sneaker review. This isn't a workout video, nothing like that. This is actually like a story time video, something that like, I don't know, like I haven't told too many people the story. Like some people know because I told them, some people know because they were there with me like throughout the whole process and all that. But I don't know, man, like it was just like a video idea I had. So if you guys want some more story times, but I got some crazy stories. If you guys want some more story times, man, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff, man. We're trying to grow the channel, all that good stuff, man. I think we're sitting at like 40, 45, 46 subs, something like that. I'm trying to get to 100 by May, but you know, we getting there slowly but surely. I'm gonna waste no more time. We can hop straight into the video. So this story takes place around what is it, like, it was like 2016-ish, like the end of like 2015 to the beginning of 2016 is where the story takes place. I was a young man back then. You know, I was you know, just hopping from, you know, this to that, not really like any kind of like steady relationship, you know, not looking for anything super crazy. I was trying to go from girl to girl. I was trying to be that guy. I was trying to be him back then. You know, I was out here in these streets. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, everybody went through their phase, whatever. But also, if you remember, like back then, like a whole bunch of like dating apps were around. Like you had, I think Tinder might have just started. You had like OkCupid, Hot or Not. Like you had like all these like different apps that would like, they're like popping off. So like the main app that I was using Hot or Not, or it's this app called Whisper. I don't know if you guys know about Whisper, but I just got a quick rundown. You pretty much like go in there, like you post these like anonymous, like just statuses. Like you'll post some shit like, oh my God, I think my neighbor is so hot, but like it wasn't your name. Like, you know, it's just, you just posted, and it was like, it would show like the distance from you that person is that actually posted it and stuff like that. You can like reply to it, you can message them, blah, blah, blah. You didn't have to say like if he's like a female or a male type shit. So like pretty much at the time I was working my other job, and I don't remember the exact status, like I don't, but you know, this girl had posted something, and you know, she was like I think it was like maybe like 5 miles away, and I was like, okay, like, you know, whatever, you know, cool. So, you know, I started messaging her back and forth, you know, send me a picture of her, send her a picture of me. Like, I was like, you cute. She's like, you cute too, you know, whatever. So we, you know, we just kind of going back and forth. So then like, probably like a week or two later, we actually like ended up like linking up. So how that happened was, I used to get up from my other job at like, probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And I told her that. She was like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, we can link up, blah, 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 do whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it's cool with me. Like, that sounds straight. So, so I got off work that night, and, you know, she was just kind of like, you know, yeah, whenever you're ready, you know, you can come over. She's gonna send me the address. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, you know, in my head, like I said, I was out here in the street. So you know what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to go over there, do whatever, bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and get up out of there. So, and so yeah, so send me the address, man. I ended up like going over there. I'm sorry, let me go back. Before I went over there, I remember like she was just kind of like, she's like, yeah, whenever you're ready, you can come. I was like, all right, cool. So so I get home, I'm sitting in my driveway. I'm still got my work uniform on, and she was like, are you on your way? I was like, yeah, I'm about to be, you know, whatever. I went inside, you know, got something to drink. I had like switched clothes. She was like, yeah, come on. And then, you know, so I'm bagging up out of the driveway. She's like, hang on. I was like, okay. And then she's like, oh yeah, you can come on. And then she kept going back and forth. She's like, you can come on. And she's like, hang on, come on, hang on. She's like, I do my makeup, hang on. I'm curling my hair, hang on. Okay, yeah, you good. Okay, hang on, I gotta do this. So it was already like a whole bunch of like red flags, but I just kept ignoring them. I was like, you know, whatever, like, hey, like whatever, like I'm ready, like. So anyway, fast forward, she finally gave me the green light. So I'm like, all right, bet. Set the address, I'm on my way over there, I'm driving. I get there, and it was kind of like like a subdivision type neighborhood. Like I remember like you pull in, it was like this big hill and like it's like all these houses like all around, like kind of like I guess you call it like a cul-de-sac type deal. And she was like, "Yo, just park at the end." She's like, "I'll walk out and meet you." So I was like, "All right, cool. Like it's cool with me." So I'm parked there. I'm waiting. She comes out. Like I said, by this time it's like close to like 12 o'clock, close to midnight. So she comes out, gets in the car, and we're just riding around chilling, whatever. And I think we ended up going to like Crystal's, got something to eat through the drive-through, and after that, like we just sat in the parking lot, talked for like maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I don't know, like I don't know if this is God watching out for me or what, but I wasn't feeling it. Like I just wasn't feeling like any kind of connection. Like it was just a whole bunch of like quiet moments. Like I wasn't saying anything, she wasn't saying anything. Like we was on our phone. Like I was like, bro, like this, I'm ready to go home. Like this is busted. Like I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to chill. Like I'm tired. Like whatever, bro. So anyway, so I was like, all right, yeah, boom. So I'm like, I'm finna go drop you off, whatever. She's like, all right, cool. So I go to drop her off. Same thing. She was like, yo, just drop me off at the end of the whatever, like the road. She's like, no, I'll walk. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, all right. So we did a little hug in the car, like you reach across the seat, just hug. Boom, nobody got out, nothing like that. That was it. So I was like, yo, what I'm saying, text me when you get inside. Let me know you made it, to your house, whatever. She's like, all right, cool. So I didn't get a text. And this is when everything just starts going to shit. Like, I didn't get a text. So I ended up like just driving home. So I think I texted her like 2-3 times. I'm like, yo, no response. I was like, all right, so I guess I'm finna go to bed. I was like, all right, well, it was nice meeting you, we're just kind of, whatever. So yeah, like that was it. So pretty much after that happened, the next day I wake up and like, I still don't have anything on my phone. Like still like no message from her, no, like nothing. So I'm already like thinking something's up. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, maybe something happened. Maybe she fell asleep, maybe she's still asleep. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So like, so probably like, I think I had to work that morning. And then I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember the exact times of like this stuff that happened. But I just remember I was getting ready for work. And like I went on the app, the Whisper app. Like I said, like it's just all these stuff like posted like anonymously. Like I mean, I knew which one she posted because I knew what her username was. But like, like I'm on there and I'm checking, and I seen one from her. It was like from I think like 4 or 5 hours ago, and it was like, oh my God, like I got caught sneaking in the house last night. And then like I'm still scrolling. I'm like, wait, what? That's her, right? Like I'm looking, I'm comparing. I'm like, okay, that's her. And then I see the other one. It was just like, it's like, oh my God, Cody, I'm so sorry. Like blah blah blah. And so like, if you scroll up on it, like you can see like replies where people are saying something, and somebody was like, what happened? And she was like, I went out with this guy last night and I got caught sneaking in the house by my parents, and they're pressing charges against this guy. And I was like, wait, what? And so like another comment was like, LOL, he's a dumbass. LOL, he deserves it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like I said, I don't know who these people are. I'm like, hold on, wait, whoa. Like, bro, like I feel like that like Mr. Krabs meme, like everything's like spinning around you. I was like, hold on. So I see this and still like I'm not really thinking too much of it at the time. Like, but it's in like the back of my mind. So I get ready for work. I go ahead and go to work, and I'm on my way to work. She ended up texting me. She's like, Cody, And I'm like, what's up? She was like, I got caught sneaking in last night. And my parents were like super pissed, and all this. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, you got caught sneaking in, but what I'm saying? Like, if you the age you told me, you told me you 18, like what's the big deal? Like, I mean, they can't really, what we're gonna do? Like, they can't ground you. I mean, they can, I mean, what can they do? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, she's like, and I got something to tell you. She's like, I'm not really 18. And I was like, what? Bro, when she told me that, like, I swear, like, that's when, like, everything started just, like, man, like, it, like reality set in. So I was like, you know, how old are you? You know, she told me she was, like, 16. And I was like, oh, my God. She said, so she told me that. She told me, like, you know, like, I'm 16. I was 21 at the time. Like, this was 7 years ago. I was 21 at the time. I'm like, bro, like, hold up, what? She's like, yeah, my parents are like super pissed. They're like pressing charges and all this. And I'm just like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was just like, bro, like, oh my God, man. Like, so the whole day at work, like, this is just in the back of my mind. Like, I'm just thinking that I'm thinking like, literally like any given moment, like the police are gonna bust in, they're gonna handcuff me in front of everybody. Like, I'm gonna go to jail. Like, that's just what I'm thinking. That's where my mind is. So I get to work, working, everything goes good. Like, everything goes fine. You know, like, I didn't tell anybody anything going on. I'm just like keeping to myself. Everybody's asking, was I okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine, you know, whatever. So I get home, that same day I get home. I remember this part. I get home and I was taking a nap. And I used to work with my ex-girlfriend at the restaurant I used to work at. And she ended up calling me and like woke me up from my nap. So like, I wake up, answer my phone, I'm like, hello? She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I just woke up, like, you know, like, what's up? She was like, yeah, police from so-and-so, I'm not saying the name of the county I live in, but a police from, you know, so-and-so county just came to the store and they was looking for you. They said they got a warrant for your arrest. Bro, when I tell you, like, I've never jumped out of bed so fast in my life. I have never felt that kind of feeling, like, ever in my life. Like, it was, bro, like, it was some, like, I can't even explain it, bro. Like, I cannot explain it, but she told me that, and I was like, I jumped up, I'm sitting on the bed, I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, they just came in, asked for your information, blah, 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 and all this, and yeah, they said they got a warrant for your arrest. And I'm just like, bro, like, there's no way, I'm like at lost. I ended up like hanging up on her. Like, I just straight up hung up, and then I'm just like sitting here and like I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do right now. Like, I'm just like I didn't know what to do. And then probably like maybe 10 minutes later, my mom calls me, and I'm like, okay, let me calm down. You know, let me think. Like, I'm usually pretty good getting myself out of situations, but when the police get involved, like, it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of get out of situations. So my mom calls me, and I answer the phone. Hello? She was like, it was like a long silence. Cause I thought like maybe she didn't have service. So I'm like, hello? And after a while, she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm sitting at home, like, I just woke up from a nap. She was like, why is a detective from so-and-so calling my phone saying they got a warrant for your arrest? Oh my God, bro. Like, bro, like, there was nothing I can say. I tried to play it off. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, they just called my phone. They said they got a warrant for your arrest. You know, Cody Davis, this, that. And gave me like the whole address and this and that. And I was like, I don't know, like, I don't, like, you know, I don't know what's going on, like, she was like, what have you done? And she was like demanding, man. I mean, she was just hounding me for answers, like, and I mean, I didn't want to tell her, like, what had happened, but at the same time, I was like, she pretty much knows, like, I mean, I did something, like, she knows I did something, but I was like, let me not let her think that, like, I done killed somebody or something. So I gave her like a, you know, I kind of went all the way around the whole thing, gave like a quick little rundown. And she was just like, you know, she was like, oh my God. You know, like, she just couldn't believe it. Like, she's like, I'm coming home in a second and we're gonna talk. It's like, all right. So I don't remember 100% like what happened like after that moment, but I do remember at the time my sister was living. So at the house, it was my dad, my mom, my sister and I. We were all at the house, and my dad, my mom, my sister were downstairs talking, and I'm sitting upstairs. You know, I'm just like kind of playing a game. Like I'm just trying to get my mind off everything. Like I hear them just like I'm like the talk of the house. Like I hear them talking. I'm just upstairs in my own world, trying to clear my mind, trying to play some video games, and I remember like it wasn't like super late. I say it was probably like maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I remember my dad. I remember my dad saying, "Hey Cody," and I was upstairs. He was downstairs, so he yelled upstairs. And I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Come here." I was like, "All right, like, okay." So I come downstairs, and like as I come downstairs, my dad was on like the left side, and it was like an officer like on his right side. I'm sorry, on his left side. So I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I was like, "I'm about to go to jail." Like legit. Like I'm about to go to jail. Like right now. So you know, the officer, he's like, "You Cody Davis?" You know, I was like, "Yeah." You know, he asked me all these questions. So I was like, "Yeah." You know, did you hang out with this girl? Yeah. You know, blah blah blah. He started telling my parents the whole spiel, and so pretty much he was just kind of like, so. Well, I'm sorry. Let me back up a little bit. So I looked up with this because one of my cousins. It was my cousin who came. He was an officer. He worked in the county, and he was the one who came to the house. So him and my dad were just kind of like, you know, kind of chit-chatting. I've never met the guy. I didn't know who he was, but, you know, him and my dad are related. So they're kind of chit-chatting, you know, whatever. And, you know, he's kind of telling me about, like, his son that was in, like, some kind of situation like this and all this. And, you know, he's giving me all this life advice. You know, he's being, like, just super cool. And he was like, "You know what, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do." He said, I'm going to call dispatch. I'm going to tell him you're not home. He was like, so that way this gives you time to, you know, do what you got to do. He was like, just promise me, you know, you're not going to run. No, not that. He's like, promise me tomorrow you'll turn yourself in. He was like, if I was you, I would get a lawyer, turn yourself in, and go from there. So I told him, I said, all right, that's cool. Like, that's what we'll do. So fast forward a little bit. Next day, I had to call out of work. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And my mom found a lawyer in the city next to us. He's like pretty well known, pretty good lawyer. And so yeah, we link up with him, go to his office, and you know, he's just kind of telling us his price, you know, this, that. We're telling him the whole story. And I just remember he was telling us the best case scenario, which was pretty much like somehow they can get something. I told him like my side of the story, like exactly what happened. I told him, I said, I swear this is what happened. He was like, the best case scenario is she tells the truth. If this actually happens, she tells the truth and you walk away scot-free. He's like, the worst case scenario is that she says something happened and now you're facing, you know, 20, 30 years in prison. He was like, I'm just being straight up with you. Like, this is exactly what can happen. Like, I'm just being honest with you. And like just sitting there, man, like I just remember like I was sitting somebody, it was just us three in a room. And like I just remember like when he said that, man, my heart sank. And I remember my mom was just like, you know, like, we want you to just do like she said, I want you to do the best you can to protect my son. And like she stopped. Like she just stopped talking. And like I look over at her, man, and my mom's like bawling her eyes out. Like, I mean, like I'm talking like she just cried. Like, I mean, I don't know if y'all ever been like in that situation to where like you make your mom cry because of something that you did, but bro, it is not a good feeling. Like I just felt like the biggest like letdown in the world. Like I don't know, man. Like I hate making my mom cry so much. Like I never want to see my mom or dad cry. And to make her cry because of something stupid that I did, like, it just ate me up inside, like, and now I'm trying to hold back, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep my composure, like, I'm trying not to cry because, you know, I'm just like, man, like, it's, you know, and he's just kind of looking at us, and he was like, I'm gonna do the best I can. He's like, what we need to do, he's like, we're gonna go ahead and go, to the county jail. He's like, you're gonna turn yourself in. I'm gonna be there with you. You know, blah blah blah. You know, all this is gonna happen. So we left from there. The jail was like maybe like 5 minutes away. So we get there. You know, like I said, he's like walking with me through the whole process. I was like, yeah, I'm Cody Davis. I got a warrant for my arrest. You know, this, that. They get my fingerprints. And after they got my fingerprints and all that good stuff, they put me in a holding cell. And man, like, bro, like, I know this is like, it's not like a time for like, you know, like rejoicing, but like just sitting in that cell, like it was just me and this other guy who was like asleep the whole time. But man, just being in that cell, just away from like everything, it was just quiet. Like you're just in this room, quiet as a bench and a toilet. I was in there for at least like 4 or 5 hours. And like the whole time I was just up and I just stared at like this one spot on the wall. Like I swear I could have stared like a hole in the wall. Like I was just looking at this one spot, and like it's actually like peaceful, just like, you know, just not having to worry about the outside world for a minute. Like I just focused on everything. Like I just thought about like everything that's happened in my life. I was like, man, you know, I'm 21 years old. I might be finna go to prison for 20 years. Like I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen. Like I prayed a lot, man. Like I didn't cry like I wanted to, but I held my composure. And probably like I said, like 4 or 5 hours later, my dad ended up coming up there. He got off work and he came up that way, and they bailed me out. So I get out, and we went back to the lawyer's office, talked to him for a little bit. We already had the court date and all this stuff set, and I ended up like going back to work. And by this time, like, I mean, when I got back to work, like this is a couple days after the police had initially came to my job, and everybody's like, yo, why is the police coming up here for you? Like this, that. I mean, it's like everybody in the workplace is asking all this stuff. And like I said, like I was just really wishing I was back in that cell, like or a holding cell, because I was like, man, I didn't have to deal with all of this, like all the questions and stuff like that. And so fast forward, man, we ended up like going to the, you know, the court date. It's me and my mom. You know, we're sitting in this courtroom. You know, all these people are in there. It's like a week. I think it's close to the weekend. I remember this. And you know, we're sitting there. They call my name. So I ended up like, before I say this part, man, bro, I was in a busted paper and like everything. Like, bro, it was. I meant to say this when I got booked. You know, they took my fingerprints. They took my fingerprints. You know, they like took my picture and all this. I mean, I was in a busted paper, but I wish I had the picture. Like I wish I had the picture. I'm sure I can find it on the internet, but bro, it was so crazy. Like I never felt so embarrassed a day in my life. Like if you're not familiar with the busted paper, what it is, it's like they do like for the last 2 weeks, they put your picture in this newspaper that you can buy for $1. Like literally like $1. So anybody with $1 can go in there, boom, and they can just look through it. It's like 6, 7, 8 different counties, like everybody's pictures in there who got busted over the weekend, that previous week before that. It's like everybody's pictures. So you can just flip through it for $1, see who you know, be nosy. Like it's so embarrassing. Like it's super embarrassing. But anyway, so we're sitting in the main courtroom, and they take me and my mom to like this separate courtroom, like to the side. And so we walk in there, it's like this big like rectangle table. The judge sat here. I think me and my lawyer was here, my mom was here, and I was here. And a girl and her mom and dad were on this side. So like, we're just sitting across from each other. It's like the first time like I had seen her since this happened. It's the first time my mom had seen a girl, you know, all this. And so we're just like all kind of sitting in there. And yeah, the judge is reading off the stuff and all this. I don't like, so I'll just go ahead and continue the story. So pretty much like what happened after that was, you know, like, I don't know how it happened, but my lawyer got the charges changed to something else because she told the truth. Thank God. she told the truth about what happened. Like, we just hung out. Like, I gave her like a hug, and that was it. Like, she didn't lie and say I tried to do this or that, whatever. She told the truth. I told the truth. Our stories like matched up. Like, and we had like no contact like after this happened. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like I was lying or like she was lying. We had like no contact. So that was a blessing that she told the truth. So he got the charges changed to something that I can't remember exactly what it was. But he got the charges changed, man. And after that, it was a blessing, man. Like, I wasn't going to jail. You know, like in some way, like I was glad like she didn't get in trouble. Like, so she learned a lesson. I learned my lesson. So I ended up having to just pay like court fees, lawyer fees, you know, like have my picture in the busted paper, the embarrassment, you know, living with everybody asking me what happened and all this stuff. And it was just crazy, man. After that was all said and done, like we were all just kind of sitting there. My mom and her parents were talking, you know, like everybody was just kind of like, I think in a way, like they were glad it was over as well as me and my mom. You know, like it was just crazy. Like it was just getting, you know, drug on. And finally, like I said, it was all over. And it was like super awkward because after we left, like our cars were parked beside each other. Like my truck was here and her parents' car was here. So literally like they walked out of the room before we did. We're behind them. And like we had to walk behind them for like a good like 5 minutes to our cars. Like they're just sitting beside us. We're sitting beside them. I was like, bro, I don't even want to look over there. Like I was like, I'm not even looking over there at all. So we ended up going back to my lawyer's office. You know what I'm saying? Paid him the money. You know, I said, man, thank you. You know, like everything was all said and done. You know, me and my mom went and ate some Chinese food, you know, like rejoiced. I ended up like buying a new car, like just, so that was like the light at the tunnel, man. Like just that whole experience just opened my eyes to like how fast like your life can change like that. Like, I mean, going back on this whole thing, if she would have said some shit like, you know, like, oh, he kissed me or he tried to touch me or something like that, bro, I could like not be sitting here talking to you. Like I could be in a jail cell right now trying to fight and say that this didn't happen or that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? It just really opened my eyes, man. Like after that, like I really settled down after that. Like I quit just bouncing from girl to girl. I deleted like all those apps. Like I don't even use those apps anymore. I tell people all the time, man, like just be careful. Like guys, you know, just something like this happening to any guy. Girls as well, man. Like I tell people like all the time, I'm like, man, those apps, they're not good. They're like literally no good, man. Like people can get hurt on those apps, kidnapped, like people lie about age. Like, I mean, it's no good, man. Like it's really no good, man. Just be careful who you guys talk to. Be careful who you guys meet up with. Girls too, ladies. Always be careful, man. That's pretty much it for the story though. Like I said, if you guys want some more story times, bro, I got like a ton of crazy stories I can tell you guys. I got one in mind right now, but if you guys want to hear that, let me know. Oh, a quick update about what I got going on. I got a workout video coming soon. It's kind of hard to get in, like, I go to the gym when I get off work at like 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's kind of hard to like videotape around that time. It's like a good amount of people in there. Also, I got some shoes on the way, so I'll be doing a shoe review coming soon. Like I said, the workout video coming soon. You guys, like, any more content you guys want me to make? Like, I'm pretty versatile. Like, I think I'm a pretty funny guy. You know, like, you guys want to see me do something, you know, let me know. Leave a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think so far. Sorry, I had to talk about. But yeah, man. Anyway, we out. Peace.